Hallo an alle, mein Name ist Ekaterina Kardakova, ich bin Opernsängerin, Vocal- und Präsentationscoach, aber wie Sie schon wissen, bin ich auch diplomierte Musikpädagogin. Auf meinem YouTube-Kanal mache ich eine Live-Sessions mit meinen Kollegen, die auch zum Ziel hatten, Eltern auch einige Ideen und Inspirationen zu geben, wie man die Kinder besser erziehen und besser fördern kann. Heute habe ich eine tolle Expertin und einen tollen Gast eingeladen. Sie heißt Alexandra Pasiuk. Sie ist norwegisch-russische Psychotherapeutin und arbeitet mit Eltern und bringt den Eltern bei, wie man die glücklichen Kinder erziehen kann. Hello, Alexandra. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, Katrina, that I get possibility to speak with you and the parents in Germany about Circle of Security.
Yes. So tell us more about your method, because as you said, your method is called Happy Kids Come from Happy Parents, or Happy Kids are equal to Happy Parents. How do you call it? What's the core of your method? Tell.
Well, I could see that my methods is that happy kids and successful kids, they have been raised that by authoritative parents. So what kind of parents is authoritative parents? That the parents who can give the kids secure and warm, secure and a lot of love. But where is balance between secure and control and love? This is the parents can find in our program.
But how did you come to the idea that parents need an education?
Wow. I can tell the history that's a bit about me and how I find that I would like to work with this, because I'm a psychiatrist with a long experience, more than 20 years, and I'm in clinic, and I meet a lot of young adults who come with different problems, with depression, with anxiety, with problem about living, that they come to self-harm. Self-harm is the big problem, and suicide in young adults become very high, especially in the country with high level of living. And it was my question, why young adults which have everything don't want to live? Why they don't like their life? So I begin to ask more and more questions to me, because I meet young adults which have body disease like morbus Crohn, ulcerative colitis, everything, autoimmune disease, cancer in young people, blood cancer. So I begin to see, well, somebody is very, very strong and somebody very weak. The big change in my mind as a psychiatrist, because I'm adult psychiatrist, start when I was co-therapist for a young girl, a young woman, you can say what you want, 24 years. She was a daughter of a doctor. She was a future doctor, but she decided to left our world because she cannot study. She falls down in her study, cannot go through examination, and must come back. And her mom was very disappointed about the daughter. And this time we usually in Norway and a lot of places of work, because I work together with with colleagues in different countries, but Russia, I'm from Russia, and my education from Moscow, respectable Moscow Medical University. I work together with colleagues in Australia, in Great Britain, in USA, and to work with family is very normal. And I know that in Germany, also, if we have young adults with psychiatric disorders, with depression or psychosis or everything, that we try to put family in our in this work, because this is very important. And we looked at the mom was absolutely negative to the girl, and we do everything. Father was very supportive, but father was very busy doctor. Two younger brothers was like in party. They take side of the mom. Yes, our older sister just lazy. She don't want to work hard. And we do everything, but after 3 months, the girl decided to left the life. It was a big shock for me, because I began to think, well, what is wrong? And I began to make, like researcher, I began to make more and more and more my own research, because it is a lot. There's a lot of research about suicidality in young adult in whole world. It's really, because this is big problem. It's the bigger problem in country with a lot of duty to kids, a lot of wish to kids, whereas parents very authoritative, authoritarian. They said, you must. I give money, you must. But it's also very high rate of suicide in young adult in country like Scandinavia, like USA. I looked at, before we speak, I prepare my talk with you, I look also to rate of suicide in young adult in Germany. It's also unfortunately increase last years, because this is a lot of difficulty young adults see now. This is a lot of press, a press like informative press, body press, study press, career press.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
German. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So this is very important, and we begin to look. Well, we see that psychiatric disorders. This is one of reasons to suicide. A problem with relationship with relatives, yes, but the most important, this is the how the child have been raised, how child get emotional education in family, and we look the type of parenting and how the kids succeed in their life, and we look to the biggest relationship study. This is grand study, biggest study in the world, where is approximately 200 freshmen in Harvard was taken to the psychological research, and they have been compared and after put together with 200 teenagers from Boston bad places, and 75 years psychologists look to life to these young, which began to be adult and elder, and they conclude that to be happy, we need relationship. Our happiness in our relationship. So the style of the parenting also give the how to give results, how our kids succeed in the life. So when we think about attachment, the kids need secure attachment. And if I go back to this situation with the girl who decided to begin suicide, so we can see that she haven't security attachment to her mom. Her mom was very authoritarian. Her mom, well, give her what she wants to give, but she not give her support and love. So
I have a question. Can I interrupt you for a moment? But is it how to say, it's more important to get the love and this commitment from your parents, or it can be also other people around the child, or maybe, I don't know, some other educators, I don't know, nannies or whomever, or only parents should do that?
It's very important question. That to make child secure, it could be grandparents, it could be just one parents, it could be adoptive parents who take. Well, I have example from yesterday when I consult young adult. She said, well, my mom was never supportive to me. My father was a bit supportive, but from 15 years I live in adoptive family. They was like supportive family because they just give her the room. They not pass her every time. But the family where is came was very, very nice. And the girl,
basically caregivers. It can be anyone, a person who is the caregiver for the child.
But we know that it's very important that the parents educate the child or raise child correctly from the time the child was born. Because John Bowlby get the big grant from the Great Britain government to see what happens with orphanage in Great Britain, in orphanage child in Great Britain after Second World War. And he looked to how the child was raised at the beginning. And the kids who lost their parents and they have had good parents, they was more secure. And if they also continue with the good educator, good teacher in orphanage, they also continue to be secure. But if the child succeed better in their life, with they have more secure attachment at the beginning of their life and continue with this. So this is also very important that our kids get secure attachment in the beginning of life. Because of that, the most important that the parents understand that child need money, child need clothes, child food, but child need attention, but very special attention where we try to secure our child. As I said, that after Bowlby research, the group of American researchers with Bob Marvin and psychologist Cooper, Hoffman, and Powell, they begin to work with family which have the problem with the kids, and they begin to make the film, and they very, very necessary, very special observing to this the sign of behavior in child and parents, and they make the program which called circle of security, because the child needs a security circle. So I will show you the picture. This is the picture which shows circle of security. So we can see that the child needs security base. And from this security base, child wants to research the world. Child wants to understand where is around me, where is my world. So, but when child research the world, child wanted the adult look the child. So when we look to the child understand, well, everything fine. I'm in safety. I'm in secure zone. If somebody come, like the big dog come and say, wow, 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 child could get help. So when child is tired, they want to come back to the safety haven. Where is the parent? Wait and say, come here, I love you. I give something to give you. I have something to give you. So in this situation, I will ask you, Ekaterina, maybe you have seen that a woman sit in a fancy cafe, drink coffee, and they have playground and child play here. Okay? Have you been in this cafe? Well,
see, that's now and then, yes. So many parents, they're just, sitting in the phone and they don't even notice their children, and child tries to get attention and really, it's getting overactive, running around and screaming, and the mother doesn't react. Sometimes it's so shocking.
Yes, and this is the problem. So this mom not give the child the safety haven. But if mom sit and also in their phone, but she have the child in the corner of the eyes, and child look and show something and she say, yeah, I'm here. Just come, took this mom to the hand and go back to the play. This is secure child. When child stay and scream and mom have no reactive, this is non-secure child. So it's not means that the child will do very wrong in their life, but in this insecure become that nobody see me, nobody need me, nobody want me. So I need to show something big. I must make a lot of problem, or I must show some big result. And what happens if somebody needs to make a lot of problem? It could be just problem. If the person wants to show something big, it could result to burn out. And actually in young adult. And I have another sample. A young woman, 30-year-old, very attractive and interesting photograph. She make good picture, and the big journals want to buy her works, and the bloggers want to be photographed by her. She is very attracted. But so she don't like herself. She cannot see that she do it really good, because she grew up in the musician family, and you understand it. She must be violin star because her mom is violin teacher. So the girl make it very good up to 18 years old, but she understands that she don't want to be violinist, and she need to explain it to her mom, who's violinist, or her father, he's musician, but nobody of parents understand her correct. So the girl never get understanding for her needs. So the problem is that she do very well. She does very well in her life, but she don't like herself. She cannot understand it. Where is the problem? Problem is, but her mom don't accept her, or it was a lot of pressure. Sorry, that's the girl must do this. It was a lot of control and no understanding.
But here I have a question again. There are a lot of parents who are not satisfied with their own lives, and they try to give as much as possible to their kids, and they really try to kind of educate them in everything, you know. I don't know, 5 languages, 2 different kind of sports and instruments and music and whatever. The child, because why does it happen? Because they are they kind of lost their own dreams, and that now they want their kids to be to continue to live their dreams, right? They cannot accept kids, they have their own dreams, right? But what to do as a child? I mean, I had exactly the same situation with my mother. Really always, you know, practice. Oh, it was really so hard sometimes to practice all the time.
Sorry, Catherine, I need to just change the place of my camera. So maybe yes, I understand your question. It's correct. It's what you described to me. To succeed, child need understanding. If child understand their emotion, if child understand, well, I'm accepted as I am, not what parents want. I accepted who I am. So this is most important. So if parents want that child speak 5 language and sing and play piano, everything, and do sports, it's very important to ask the child, what do you like? This is one thing. Another thing, show that you like it too.
But I have another question. You know that there are so many parents who are not aware of their own feelings. How can they ask the child, right, if they cannot get along with their own emotions? What to do?
And this is very important because in this, again, I come back to this picture and you see, well, everything, this is circle of security, but who hold the circle? This is the hands. So we need not just the parents who look to their child, who care their child, but it's very important that the parents understand their own emotion and they become to be very strong hands. Okay?